I just want to make this video because I wanted to make my reaction to the new cave update that was just released yesterday. And first of all, I just want to say that I've been asking for this for at least a year. At least a year in the making. I've wanted a cave update. And finally, yesterday, in the Minecraft event, they finally just said, we're gonna make one. And I'm so happy. Because whether you play Minecraft vanilla with mods, trying to beat the Ender Dragon, trying to do hardcore, whatever you want to do, one thing that you have to do every single time you get into Minecraft is you have to go mining. You have to go mining. Whether you get diamonds, iron, any material, you have to go mining. You have to go underground. So the fact that they are finally putting a cave update in is amazing, and I love it. And I actually did a little bit of research, but also I just want to state that I am not going to be covering anything specific. I'm just going to go over what I thought about it, and the new stuff I am excited for. So the first thing I want to say is I looked at the Minecraft community feedback, and there's a comment from June of 2018 asking for a cave update, so they can update caves and put and just make it new, so they can add stuff. And they finally decide to go with it. So I am just so happy about that. And also, I just want to say, October has been a stellar month for Minecraft. October 1st, they announced that Steve, Alex, Zombie, and the Enderman are joining Smash, which is a huge thing. I want to get Smash just because of that. But that was amazing. I'm like, holy crap, that's great. And then, Donald Trump got COVID the next day, so that was a big newsbreaker too. But I mean, Steve in Minecraft, way better. And I'm like, October 3rd, this can't get any better. And all of a sudden they release the cave update. This has been an amazing day. Amazing month so far for Minecraft. It's amazing. So, that's amazing. I'm so happy. Because everybody mines at all times in Minecraft, and it's just, anyway, let's get into what they're adding and what I'm excited for. So the first thing is I saw they're adding a different cave biomes. The one I always thought they should add was one that will just add cave features, like stalagmites, stalactites, and that's one of the things they're adding in this update. I forget exactly what they're called. I'll leave it on screen for whatever it's called. But they are the things, for the layman, they are the things that hang from the ceiling and the things that go up from the floor. And they look like jagged knives coming out of the rock. And in this new update, they will be able to drip water and can possibly fill up areas with water. So that's very interesting, and I want to see it. But it's very peculiar how they didn't give it a blocky texture. It's more of, it looks like what it does in real life, a triangle. And they can randomly fall and hit you, and you can do damage. Or if you jump onto it, you can take damage from that as well, which is very interesting, and I'm a big fan for it. And one of the other things they're adding is called a Lush Cave. Now, I'm not too familiar with what a Lush Cave is in real life, but from the screenshots I've seen of it so far, it is a very awesome cave. It's full of vegetation and has unique blocks that can only be found within the Lush Cave. So I'm very interested in how that'll play out. And it'll also be very interesting if you're, walking about and all of a sudden you just mine through and you open up into a huge green cave. I think that would be awesome and amazing, and I'm all for that. But one of the big things I'm very interested in them adding is a mob that will be found deep underground called the Warden. Now, I'll include a clip of the Warden, what the Warden does, of him in action. But from what I got from it, the Warden doesn't work like most mobs where they go by line of sight, where if you see something, like for example, if you're a mob, all of a sudden I see a player from over here, I would go attack the player. It doesn't work like that with the Warden. So what the Warden does is he goes by noise. So for example, if you take a snowball or something like that and throw it at a certain spot, the warden will go investigate the spot at which the snowball was thrown, which is, I think, very interesting because he's deep underground, so he's blind. So because he's blind, he goes off movement and sound, which I think is a phenomenal thing to add. Because let's be honest, going underground isn't that bad. It's not that scary for me, at least. And I have a mob that can hear me mining towards it. It's just so scary. It's so scary sounding. It just adds a brand new element to the game. So I'm all for that. And also, from what I've seen of the live stream, if you're wearing full netherite armor, the strongest things in the game, the strongest armor in the game, it can two-shot you, which is insane. Because I don't even think, I have to double check, but I don't even think a supercharged creeper can do that much damage to you. Which is, so if you can get two-shot from a warden with the strongest armor in the game, that adds a whole new level of difficulty to it. And that, I can't wait for it. And, I forgot to mention already, it is set to release summer of 2021. So you do have to wait a year, but I mean, it's going to be well worth the wait. Now, there are other things that go with the warden, like little fishes, little blobfish that are naturally the enemies of, I believe it's of guardians. The natural enemy of guardians, and will attack guardians for you, is amazing. And I have to double check what their name is. I don't have it written down right here. But with that, you can you collect them in buckets. So you can go get a whole bucket of these things and go get a guardian temple, and they will fly through. They will fly through the guardians, which I think is absolutely, that would just be so much fun. But I forget what they are in real life, but they're just such ugly things. And they can also play dead. I don't know how that would be effective in the terms of Minecraft, because I mean, it's AI, so I don't know how playing dead will assist it. And but I'm interested to see what comes from it. But and one of the other things they're adding is things like new materials like copper. I mean, I'm confused of what you need copper for, because as far as I've seen, it doesn't really do anything. It's just a block that you put down that turns green as it ages, which is very accurate to what it does in real life. Just look at the Statue of Liberty for reference. It used to be kind of a goldish, brownish color, but now it's green because it rusted. That's what copper does. But you can make a lightning round with it. I don't see what the big use for that is. You could probably make supercharged creeper farms, but I mean, I feel like that's not a big thing to have. But one thing I think that is a really amazing thing for them to add is they are adding archaeology to Minecraft, which I think would just do phenomenal. Because one of the things I always liked in games, or just TV shows, is lore that isn't given specifically, or is given specifically, but you have to go look for it. Like Skyrim, for example. Skyrim, if you read all the books in Skyrim, you will be able to get a documented history of the Elder Scrolls series and things that relate to every Elder Scrolls game, starting from the first one in Arena all the way to Skyrim. And you can just get an entire history of it and just learn it. And the fact that they're adding that to Minecraft is, I think, a great idea, because it adds a little extra of what is Minecraft? What was the history of it? What came before? Hello, Creeper. What came before Minecraft? It would just add a brand new little element of the game, which I think will just improve it every way, because people love lore. And people will try and take the clues from it and figure stuff out. Because another thing I noticed from it, I ever noticed from the live show, or the, what's it called? LiveCon, whatever they call it, is, as far as I know, they aren't going to tell you what each means. It'll be up to player interpretation, which then adds a whole new thing to the game, because if I mine up these shards, I could think it means this. while somebody like Captain Sparkles or something, or somebody who's very big community could think this, and both our answers would be correct at that point because no one can tell us we're wrong or right. So I love that to the game. I just love adding that element of lore to it. To me, that's beautiful. And then the other thing they added is mountains. It's a cave and mountain update. And honestly, that one, I think it's just a good aesthetic choice. Mountains are already in Minecraft. I've never looked at a mountain and said, oh yeah, I want to climb that thing. Mountains are always one of those things where it's good to be in the background, so your home looks really cool, and the place you have is just spectacular and beautiful looking. So I don't see mountains as that good of a. I don't see mountains as that big of a thing. It's nothing like caves. It has nothing on caves. But I am interested in the goats they're adding, which have because goats are dope, and they're adding. And goats have huge knockback, so if they hit you with the horns and headbutt you, you could be flying off mountains, which I think is a really cool thing to add by itself. But as far as we go, I think the cave update is just amazing. Now there are other things that were announced in the update, but I'll be honest, they didn't interest me that much. I just wanted to give my initial thoughts on it and how excited I am to finally have a cave update where it makes going mining such an amazing thing. Because right now, I'm mining right now, and it's just stone. I just see there's some ores, iron, coal. There's nothing really special about it. It's just boring. But once you have a cave update, I could be going here, and then I hit something, and a whole cave opens up, and it has specific mobs to it. And if I'm like under a desert, the desert cave might be different than maybe a forest cave, and the whole thing, so you never know what you're gonna find. And honestly, I think that's the best thing about Minecraft is you can do whatever you want. Your imagination is your limit. But the other thing about it is because everything is randomly generated, and there's no chance you'll find something that everyone else has found, it just adds to it because one seed you may think is better than the other because it gives all the random features of it. And adding another random feature that can be discovered and explored in Minecraft, especially in a place that's going to be used all the time, like a cave with mining, I think it's just a phenomenal idea. And I'm all for it and love everything about it. So yeah, tell me what you think in the comments of the new cave update and what you're most looking forward to. Because I am so happy for it and all for it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. I know it's not what I usually post, but I just wanted to talk about it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you enjoy. Peace.